Sebastian Gorka, Deputy Assistant to the President and Senior Director for Counterterrorism from the White House. Dr. Gorka, always a pleasure to see you with that backdrop, sir. Why can't Congress help with this?
Look, I'll answer that as a taxpayer and a voter. I don't think they know how to move at the speed of Trump. 8 years ago, I termed the phrase, I think I was the first one to use, move at the speed of Trump. Now, I think it's out of date. It's now Trump turbo speed. I mean, I've been here for 3 weeks, and it feels like 3 months because of what the president has achieved, Mike Waltz, the national security advisor, Marco Rubio, and everyone else who has one mission alone. As a former frogman, you know what it is.
Yeah.
To make America safe. And on top of that, to keep us prosperous. And you look at what he's achieved with Colombia, with Mexico, with Canada, with Venezuela. I was in the Oval on Thursday night as Rick Grenell was saying goodbye to the president, saying, I'm going to Venezuela. And I thought, wow, that's a tough trip he's going to have to negotiate. And I see on Twitter, less than 24 hours later, he's arriving back with our hostages. Can you compare that, Carl, to the last 4 years? It is incomparable. Or the strike that we watched live from the Situation Room with National Security Advisor Waltz against those ISIS targets in Somalia. These are targets that our good guys had eyes on for more than a year, but were told by the Biden White House, no, we don't kill jihadis. When President Trump heard that on Thursday, he said, bring the hammers of hell and send them to hell. And that's what our warfighters did on Saturday morning as we watched it live from the West Wing.
Yeah, and to your point, like, we didn't even know there were hostages in Venezuela in mass media until, Rick Grenell brought them back with him. I mean, that's the crazy thing. But even, like, look at minor things downstream, forgive the pun. California, Trump went over there, he was like, hey, forget your stupid fish, turn on the water so you don't have wildfires anymore. And now all of a sudden, there's water there. It's like they could have done it all along.
It's really a function of when you're focused. You know this, You're a military man. You're focused on the mission and the objective. It's not about the process. It's not about jaw. It's about getting things done, whether it's saying, hey, guys, where's FEMA? What has FEMA done for the last 3 months? Or whether it's about saying, hang on a second, we're going to secure the border. Think of that imagery of my friends, Tom Homan and Pete Hegseth, together at the border. When have we seen government function like that? The person who's in charge of the border is there with the Secretary of Defense. They're going down there to see our troops, our CBP agents. That's how it should be. Why? Because all of us, me included, we work for the American people. That's the very simple answer to why we're getting results, the likes of which we haven't seen for the last 4 years.
Yeah, well, you brought up FEMA. Like, Trump moved people in within the first week of his presidency. These are people who are freezing, some freezing to death down there. No resources, no aid, no help, maybe $700 if they were lucky from the emergency fund. And all of a sudden, miraculously, in Trump's first week, they move them into fully furnished apartments for long term until they can get their houses back together. They haul the insurance CEOs down to Washington to testify under oath. I mean, why couldn't this be done for the last 3 months when that hurricane hit?
I think we know why. You played the clip in your monologue about the hostile takeover the Democrats are accusing President Trump of, which is strange because he accrued 4 million more votes than he did 4 years ago when he set the record for an incumbent president with 73 million votes. 77 million Americans voted for what, Carl? Did they vote for business as usual? Did they vote for the quote-unquote professional political class? No, they voted to return the disruptor in chief. And look at the people he surrounded himself with, from Kash Patel to Pam Bondi to John Radcliffe to Tom Homan to Governor Noem. These are all people who are famous for what? Getting stuff done. And you understand that, Carl.
Yeah. No, it's all about, like, look, structure has trumped function for years in the government. That gravy train is over. Sebastian Gorka from the White House. I know you got to get back in there, sir. Appreciate it very much.
God bless. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.